they put it together wrong and they had to cut a piece off and re-weld it back on. So they're doing that, and then they'll have to repaint it and all that stuff. So we've been here 6 hours so far. This is what we got. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trailers. And it's that one on the very top up there that took forever. So we're about to hit the road. Try to make it a few miles at least. And I talked to the receiver yesterday when everything was taking real long, and he said he didn't care if these got here there Friday or Monday. He said don't worry about it. So, you know, when you lose that much time, when you're starting your day with 5 hours left on your 14-hour clock, you always want to give people a heads up and just let them know what's going on. Dang, pump's not working. See if that works. winds. I don't know how far I went, but it's not going to be very good. See, how far was it? I'll just look at Cubbies. So 361 miles from here to Cubbies. Oh, and that's not even the, okay, we went this way. So that one is, oh, about the same, 359. 359, we'll just say 360 plus 10 because we went around the loop around Shreveport. So that's 370 plus 60 miles from the TA in Kilgore up there. We'll make it 430 plus 10 drive to the shipper and back, 430, so 440. We'll say 440. .68 miles per gallon. That's from it's from a lot of idle in the truck and just hauling these these trailers that catch a bunch of wind. But we're about to get back on the road.
Turn left onto US 49 frontage road. For about 44 miles, continue straight.
Yesterday when we picked up, it was raining a little bit this morning, kind of misting this morning, and seems like ever since we got fuel there between Jackson and Hattiesburg, it's been raining nonstop the whole time. It's like following us, or I'm following it. to a stop eastbound, coming to a stop eastbound. I don't know what's going on up here. Anybody up there know what the holdup is? Ah, there it is. Trash bag. Somebody's trash causing all those problems. We got less than 3 hours left on the clock. Almost into Florida. I still think we might be able to make that TA in Marianna, Florida. So I think that would leave us with about 350 miles or so on the day of delivery. But I was lucky enough that my marker lights acted up again, and they're actually, I think they're actually going to stay broken this time. They just happened maybe an hour ago, and I've tested them several times since then, and it keeps seeing the voltage drop, and then that fuse trips. So I think we'll actually be able to figure things out. Or I don't know. I'm sure as soon as I get stopped for the day, they'll be all fixed again. I spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours last night in the rain trying to figure out the marker lights. So I set the camera up to see if I could see which one was going out, and it was raining. I thought I could tell a little bit of a difference between the front and the back, but I looked around for more wires. I couldn't figure it out. And then this morning, I didn't move the truck at all, and this morning they're just working. I was planning on just running it down there without the marker lights working. Just because this load's it needs to. I mean, the guy said he'd take it Monday, but adding 3 days on to a load that's supposed to be delivered in 3 days, like turning a 3-day load into a 6-day load, yeah, you're not in business too long if you do that. So we were just going to take our chances, but now they're working. So, and I talked to this Loves too. It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They said they didn't have a mechanic. There was like 6 people working in there. I guess they were all tire techs or something. But check our fuel mileage again, and hopefully it's better than the 4 miles and some change we got last time. So we got 64 gallons. I think it was close to the same. Won't be quite as many miles. About to find out. 317. 4.95 miles to the gallon. Well, it's a little better. Actually, I feel like it was probably worse because I only idled the truck for like 2 hours last night because it was in the 50s. So I think our actual driving fuel mileage was probably worse than it was the other day. I'm gonna run in and grab some coffee, and we're gonna head down to Sarasota.
At the stop sign, turn right onto US 231 North. Use the right lane to keep right to merge onto I-10 East. For about 131 miles, continue straight.
The rain finally stopped. It's pretty miserable driving 11 hours straight with it raining the whole time. And considering it was raining the day before when we got loaded, I mean it was more of a mist that day, but it also rained the 3 days before I got loaded in East Texas. Add that on top of the fact that we're losing daylight at both ends of the day. So coming up on Christmas. So that's just kind of depressing on its own whenever the sun's like, you know, I know where I live around Christmas time, the sun will start setting before 5 o'clock in the evening, and that's not because it's coming up at like 3 in the morning either. It's just really short days, which I guess if you're like a daylight only driver, that makes it real hard to be a truck driver if you can't see at night or something. That'd make it hard to get your loads delivered. So it's like 2:15 right now, almost 2:20. It's hard for me to sleep in past 3 o'clock, even when I'm not supposed to be awake, for, you know, to take off, just because I've gotten used to that sleep schedule, I guess. Whenever I quit trucking I took a year off. I was hoping to take a lot longer than that off, but I'm back here. But I got off of the truck sleep schedule pretty easily. I was able to sleep until 6 or 7 in the morning, no problem. I guess when you're living in the back of a 6x6 like little box, you're ready to get up and get out of that little thing. And that's in a coffin, you know. Can't imagine having a coffin sleeper. guess if you have one of those, you're probably staying in hotels most of the time. But if you're actually living out of that, like running over the road constantly, I couldn't do it. I'm too long for the bed in this truck. Like my feet are almost touching the wall over there when my head's touching the wall on this side, so I try to kind of sleep at an angle to give myself some more room. We're like 380 miles away, so I'm gonna say on the safe side we'll say 6 hours. We took off, we'll just call it 2 o'clock. Put us there at 8 o'clock, except we're in the central time zone, so it's gonna be 9 o'clock. They start receiving at 9. If everything goes according to plan, we should get there. Well, I'm gonna have to stop. I'll stop at least once between here and there, just to check on things. And I think I've got 3 or 4 different way stations to go through. You know, in Florida, you can't go 50 miles without running through a way station and a ag site. But we got our ag exemption, so they give us the green light on the agriculture sites now. I just got to remember to save all the bill of ladings, and I don't know, they still haven't told me who to send them to, but you're supposed to keep up with all the bill of ladings that deliver in Florida and send them in to, I thought they said it was like the Department of Revenue, like the tax office or something, but it's weird that they would be collecting the bills for the ag department. But other than that, they just said if you're carrying agriculture related products, and you just have to voluntarily enter the ag inspection sites. That's not a bad deal. I'd much rather do that than pull into every ag site like right after or before I just pulled into every way station, because there's like, it seems like there's, I don't know, between 4 and 6 of them just on I-10. That kills your fuel mileage. I was hoping they automatically check the permits against the license plates. It's as many cameras as they have, you would think they'd do that, but I'm over length. My axles, my rear axle at kingpin
Merge
length
onto
is
I-10 East.
Too long for Florida. So I think most anybody that runs a Sprint in Florida with a 53-foot trailer has to have like a blanket over length. Or it's not really over length, it's just the axle spacing between your kingpin and your rear axle is too long. It's just an extra way for them to make money, you know. It's not like it really means anything, but they can pop people for, I think they get you for $100 when you can buy that, like just for one violation. And I don't think it even counts for like CSA or anything like that. It's literally just revenue generation for them. They'll give you a ticket, take $100 from you, and tell you, you can just buy the annual permit for $30. Like, okay, I guess I'll get the annual permit. Give Florida some more money.
40 lives, only whistles blowing to mark the time. Way, way down we go. Gotta rip that soul out of the ground while we walk that long wall to the sound of hammer and steel, steel on stone. Yeah, we work those fingers to the bone. Way, way down we go. Try to save my soul down deep where the river flows. Lord, help me bear that load. Break my back for dark black gold. With every scar etched in my hands, that's the price of the promised land. I'll take my money, what's left of my pride, and escape across that county line. Start somewhere new where I'm unknown. Yeah, it's time for me to just let go. Way out of town I go. Try to save my soul. Way up where the sunshine glows. Lord, lead me on that road. Far away from the dark black gold. Take what's left of this man. That's the price of the promised land.
And I don't know if there's enough room for the truck to be in there and the trailer. I don't know. It looks like my truck might be hanging out in the road while they're unloading. From what the satellite images look like. We're supposed to come in on 19th, circle around on Gillespie, and come back up 18th from the opposite direction. So we're set up to back into their yard. But we'll have a little ways to go once we get off the interstate. We've got 3 miles to the exit and 11 miles to get to the first stop on 19th Street. So it's like about 8 miles on some local roads.
Sarasota. Keep right.
So we're taking University up a few miles to Highway 301 south, US Highway 301. Should get there at 9:15. It's 15 minutes after they start receiving. Lady, she thought the Lincoln was letting her in. She waved to him, and then the Lincoln pulled up like they were gonna cut her off. Oh, we still got 4.5 miles. There's probably enough dry vans that come down this road. We shouldn't be trimming any of these tree branches. I hadn't heard any of them hit yet. That's the airport over there. There's a jet taking off.
In about 2.5 miles, turn right onto 90th.
Get a little turn lane like this has got where we're turning it at, because it looks like a pretty small little street to turn in on. guy's just walking across the highway while we got a green light. He probably doesn't know where he's at. Yeah, he looks a little confused. What the heck is this guy doing? He's having a good time. Watch it, bud. You got
Turn right onto 90th Street, then turn left onto Gillespie Avenue.
Is this 19th? Dang. This is crazy.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Gillespie Avenue, then arrive at your first stop.
We're not gonna do the next two turns with the rear axle down there.
Your next stop is 1801 US 301 South.
Yeah, we had all three axles on that curb back there when we were trying to come in, and I turned from the center lane.
Proceed to the route. Turn left onto Gillespie Avenue. At the stop sign, turn left onto 18th Street. Then the destination is on your left.
So this is probably going to be a fun time trying to back into this place. park up here because cars can't get past me because those other cars are parked in the road. So, gonna leave enough of a gap for at least one car to get by at a time back there. So, yeah, he said we're probably not gonna be able to make it in there. He's gonna unload us from the road. So we're gonna do the front of the trailer first, and then we'll move the trailer. We'll move around. Each time he needs to get to a different stack, we'll just kind of reposition the truck. It's not his first time doing this. He's been through this process a few times before. they said the best way to get out of here is to back all the way down the street and then take a right and kind of go back down past where we were on Gillespie. So that's what we're about to do. But if you're still watching, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. We don't have anywhere in particular we're heading after this. We don't have a load booked or anything. Guess I should let the broker know. Stuff came out, so it's all like individual. Out of here. Not a lot of truck stops.
Then turn right onto US 301 South.
Just gonna double check what that guy was telling me. He said just back all the way through Gillespie. Take a right on the Gillespie, then go up to 17th. So yeah.
Starting
That
route.
looks good to me.
Head east on 18th Street. Then turn right onto US 301 South.
I almost ripped one of my toolbox doors off.
At the stop sign, turn right onto US 301 South. Then make a U-turn.
I had to reach inside and move the latch from the inside. But it was locked. I didn't realize I never unlocked it. So I guess it just wasn't latched very well whenever I picked up, because I was able to open it when I picked up. I know I didn't lock it after that.
Proceed to the route.
Cars on both sides of us. These people are used to trucks backing down the road, but that lady pulled over. I thought she was just going to that trailer shop, but she was like, I guess she knew I was about to back down the road. She was just giving me room. I'm really a big fan of backing through intersections, though. This is where we would have been making a U-turn if they hadn't told us to back down that road. Yeah, that'd have been a tough U-turn. We're just gonna head up towards Georgia, up 75. Odds are that's where the next load's gonna be. Of course, then a great load will pop up in Tampa after I get up there. I'm hoping this is the university.
In about 5 miles, at the light, turn left onto University Parkway.
Are we good to come through here? Okay.
In about 5 miles, take a slight left turn to merge onto I-75 North.
I didn't want to get all into a turn and then have to back into that road. in a good order. Like everything was back and forth. So I probably went around the trailer like, I don't know, 15 or 20 different times. Had to climb up on top of the trailer 4 or 5 different times. I had to climb onto the very top stack to untie one of the straps they had. The shipper put a strap just holding the top 2 trailers together that wasn't tied off to my trailer at all. So the only way to do it is to climb up to the very top of it. And then my tarps were, of course, they were stored inside one of the trailers, so long story short, it's time for a shower. Maybe a cold shower. All things considered, I'd say we got in and out of there pretty quick. There was really no downtime. As soon as I showed up, I asked the guy about backing in. He's like, I think it's just gonna be easier to unload you from the street. I was like, yeah, I was kind of worried about that. So that's why the hot shots always have straps on the back of them rims. Yeah. That could be it too.